Okay. Welcome to Minx's Wicked Observations. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you where this all began. All right, so this all began the other day when I had posted this TikTok. Yes, I was very, 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 you know, like wow, like this is strange. Um, and I have a thought, a synopsis. And of course, this is purely speculation. It's not meant to be taken literally. But I always tell people exercise discretion and discernment and take what you can get from these conversations. And, you know, constructive criticism always. All right. So let's start from the beginning. Okay. So this was the tweet. And that led me to obviously the young man's page, where they discuss this. So there's a couple of key things I want you guys to understand. Like there's something that stands out to me about this. So again, the NBA Youngboy look-alike, even though social media has stated that he looks nothing like him, not even close. I'm like, okay, that's your opinion. Some people thought or were programmed to support a influencer that thought that he looked like NBA Youngboy. Okay, so he was found dead, and the original poster of this was the Source magazine, right? So it says, in a very robotic AI written type of blog, says though there's very little information about this tragic occurrence, an NBA young boy look-alike was killed and his body was left in the woods near his home in Union Springs, Alabama. Okay. I want you guys to remember this because if we go back to when NBA Youngboy was released, they say that, okay, this is from TMZ. So it says the rapper's attorneys tell TMZ that he was released on bond Tuesday after forking over $500,000 in cash. Okay. So let's look at another one. Because this is the thing that irritates me about this. So he was released on house arrest, right? So he got out of jail, which again, DJ Academics, his name floats around in a lot of these situations. So his his whole situation, they said, they wanted him to be released so he can record at home and continue his career, and the judge granted that. Now I want you guys to remember that he was in prison in the same city, which was in Alabama, right? So he was in Alabama prison. Okay, so let's go back to where that says, where's that says? So NBA Youngboy, Alabama. Okay, so Okay, so the Advocate reported Tuesday that Youngboy is facing federal gun charges in Baton Rouge and Los Angeles. So he was in prison and released to house arrest in Utah. All right, so let's go back to this gentleman that was murdered. Okay, I honestly believe that this was a case of mistaken identity. I think they got the wrong guy. And here's why I feel that. So before his house was raided, he NBA Youngboy, and once again, I don't know these rappers. I don't really care for them. I don't read up on them. I'm finding out about a lot of them for the first time because of this situation. I don't know anything about these people. I'm just an old lady that is reporting this shit. Okay, so he has written out of money like most rappers this past week or so, has been writing out little codes and shit to each other. He writes, "You niggas gonna die." And Young Dirk or Little Dirk is like, "Hurry y'all bitch ass up," right? Kind of confusing, right? Because you post this and then your house gets raided. Okay? So let's put this together. He is on NBA Youngboy. He is on house arrest, right? He's wearing an ankle monitor. You can clearly see the ankle monitor right here. Okay? Funny how you see a little circle here too, right? Anyway, um he's wearing an ankle monitor. He is on house arrest. So his house gets raided on the 26th of January and he was not home. Right? They're saying that he was not home, but his constituents, there were 3 men that were arrested, right? They were confirmed to be associates of NBA Youngboy. Charges include aggravated robbery and aggravated assault, right? But I want you guys to read what happened to a gentleman, right? November 2021, there was a shooting where a man was shot multiple times in the body and head but survived. Right? Interesting. Interesting. So somebody survived a shooting in the head and the body. We go over to Little Peanut, who was shot dead in the woods, multiple gunshot wounds. He did not survive this, and it happened in Alabama. There is a connection here. Like, Alabama, got out of jail in Alabama, and then was sent to Utah. This is the connection that I'm seeing, but let's continue. Says Union Spring police said they found the body early Friday. An online outlet, The Source, confirmed that it was the comedian and influencer. How did The Source confirm that? Right? You're telling me this AI generated article confirmed that? It is unclear. It is unclear. It is unclear. TheSource.com will update the story as details develop. Okay. Now, what I found very interesting is that even when you go to his page, the influencers page, you can see that there's a lot of people on there that are asking, how do people not see that Dirk set this up and got the wrong person killed? Because it seems plausible. It really does, because it was indicated that this man has been cloned, or is not the real person that they say he is. And of course, this is all speculation because he has marks on his face and just stuff that's identifiable that cannot be erased even with plastic surgery. But the person that was released, people did ask if this is the same person. Like, is this the same person that was released from prison? So we don't know. We don't know if this is the same person. People didn't believe that. People did not believe that. So, in my opinion, I question this. I question this because his friend also said something that was very strange. He says, YouTuber and close friend Clutch 318 Money posted a video where he spoke of Peanut's birthday, his death on Friday. He says, it's a real sick feeling, but I'm heartbroken in so many ways because he went back home to Alabama not too long ago, and he called me a couple of days in a row asking if he can come back to Louisiana. So if he went back home to Alabama, he kept calling his friend because he wanted to come back to Louisiana. Like, why would he have to call his friend to ask him to come back to Louisiana? I mean, that just... Which makes me think perhaps is this stay safe. If you're popping shots to your ops, why would you tell them to stay safe if you niggas gonna die, right? Stay safe. This is to him. I think he's telling him to stay safe. It just doesn't... it's just strange to me. Like, a doppelganger gets murdered in the same city that you were released from prison. Could it be possible? Because I need to know if he actually spoke to this the friend. I want to know if he actually spoke to him and him saying, I want to go back home. So for the look-alike coming from the source that's written by AI, clearly something sinister happened here. And I really think that Dirk, I think he has a mistaken identity crisis situation happening here. That's just my wicked observations. I could be wrong. I could be reaching, but I always make sure I stretch. And something just does not seems. It just seems a bit off. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't seem. It was senseless. This was a senseless murder of a person that just looks like you. So, poor thing. Very sad. Well, I hope he rests in peace, and I hope he gets the justice that he deserves. Because, to pass away senselessly, multiple gunshot wounds. You have articles talking about 3 men were apprehended for an incident where a man was shot multiple times, including in the head, and survived. It just doesn't make any sense. And then the man is not even there when they raid the house. the man is not even home. And he's not even getting in trouble for that from what I'm seeing. They raided the house, picked up 3 people. He wasn't there. You're on house arrest. That doesn't make sense to me. So they got to do better and come better with a better situation, because this makes absolutely no sense.